I'm doing well. So, Tara, right now we're at Sunny Hill Elementary School in we're in the Barrington District 220, which is actually Carpentersville, right?
Yes.
So we're in Carpentersville, and
Okay.
I don't know if you can see everybody.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us this morning and sharing your insights into Google and how you use it in your classroom.
Yeah, definitely. I love your guys' Google colors in the background.
That was planned. You planned that, didn't you?
It's very colorful. It's a wonderful library. So we thought if you could take a couple minutes to kind of share some of the successes and some of the challenges that you guys have had using Google Apps. And then I was introducing Google Classroom to them. So if you have any experience using Google Classroom with some of your students, that'd be great too to share some of those experiences.
Okay.
So what do you think? What type of successes have you had with some of your elementary students?
First, for clarification, what is elementary considered? What grade levels?
So we're K through 5 right now. We're K through 5.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of a lag time.
Okay. So I know on our end we're just getting into like using Google Docs, not quite in the student collaboration as in multiple students on the same document, but more getting used to like logging in, using Google Docs to like type up what they would normally handwrite and to publish their work and then to share it with the classroom teacher. 4th grade has just started getting into that. And one of our teachers is actually playing around with using Google Classroom, which kind of streamlines everything, makes it easier to share copies of documents. Instead of having students go and click make a copy, it automatically like makes that copy for them.
Very cool. Have you guys had in terms of using Google Classrooms, I guess has there been any challenges like getting kids signed up for it, or there is like a public viewing section? How have you dealt with where everybody can see the posts that students are making, especially with, like you said, a 4th grade class?
So since we've only just started dabbling in Google Classroom in like the last week or two, we're still kind of working out the discussion thread part. I know that some of our junior high teachers have expressed concern and saying like, oh, I've got to stay up at night and like keep track of this, that, and the other. But if you kind of give clear directions as to here's what the expectation is and let students know that you can see everything, then I think that like students can better regulate themselves.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah.
So how about any challenges that you guys have faced so far using Google Apps?
The biggest challenge that we have at the elementary level is students logging in. We're now almost in October, and because some classrooms use the technology more than other classrooms do, those classrooms who use Google Apps on a regular basis have students exposed to logging in with their username and password more regularly so that it doesn't take a whole class period for everyone to log in. Those first few times is challenging, but what I've seen in a lot of cases is that if you have students kind of collaborate with the login process to help each other, then it takes the weight and the burden off of the teacher to go around and make sure that everything's right.
Do you guys have any questions for Tara in terms of any of your concerns or experiences that you guys have had?
We're so much in infancy right now. I'm not sure what questions to ask.
Right.
But I like to know that this.
Sure.
What have you found about the kids' response using it, and how are they feeling about it?
And the what?
How are they feeling about it, about using Google, the different apps?
Honestly, from what I've seen, like the kids love it. It's like it's a more technology-driven outlet for them to collaborate, for them to write, for them to just use technology. And like with younger students, if they get on the computer and they're doing more than just a game, then like it's great because you actually see like the learning going on, and it's fun. It's fun. It's exciting, and it's something new. And so even students, I would say as young as second grade, love it. We have Chromebooks here, and for the first few weeks of school, I was working with kindergarten to get them used to using the mouse. So that wasn't as challenging as most people would think. Like once you teach like the clicking and like not touching the screen because it's not a touchscreen device, they get it.
I know another thing that we're working towards is like working with digital text, so students can annotate the text right on there. Is that something you've been incorporating at all, or how does that work for you?
We're starting to incorporate that now. We have a couple of classes who are using Newsela or News ELA. I don't know how they want to be called. And that's really great. Everything is aligned to Common Core standards. And are you guys familiar with the tool?
A little bit. Well, tell us more about than others.
So how it works is you get free accounts for yourself and for students, and you can track students' progress in reading real news articles. The really cool thing about it is that you assign articles, they read it, and it's all articles that are nonfiction that are based on like current events. Well, some of them are kind of dated because they have a large library of everything that they've published in the last year or so. So some things are from like 2013. But you have this library that is Common Core aligned. It tells you what standards. You can search by standards, you can search by topic, and you can search by grade level. It's really great, I would say, I've seen it work really well in second grade classes, but it's more geared towards like third through fifth grade. And when they're reading the text, on the right-hand side, they can choose their lexile level. So they can make the text harder or easier as they're reading it, and on the teacher end, you can see what they chose. So it's more student-guided learning, if you will. When they're reading the text, some of the pieces have quizzes attached to them, and so they'll read the text, and the quiz questions align with what's expected in PARC, where they have to go back and refer to the text. It gives them the option to annotate, which is really easy in Newsela. They can go and highlight, move pieces around, answer part 1 and part 2 of the question, and see the results at the end. So that's like one tool that like we're starting to get more teachers on board with using here, and I've seen it work in other schools really just great.
That's under Google Apps, Newsela. Is it one of the apps?
I don't know. Tim, can you answer that?
It's a third-party website. However, there might be an app within the Chrome Web Store. I'm not sure. Right. But it is a third-party website.
And so when students on Newsela, like I said, they annotate text, so they can save that into Google Classroom so that you can go in and see each student's how they annotated that text? Do you think?
For Newsela, probably not because it is a third party. But what you could do is in Google Classroom, you can create you can create a doc shared in Classroom, and then there's an option where you can have it to automatically make a copy for each student. And so when students go and get their copy, they can then annotate in there. And then with Google Docs, you can actually comment on the side and have like a dialogue with the student in the document.
Nice. But you can't do that within the website, right?
Say that one more time.
You were saying earlier that you could see what the kids were doing inside that website. You could see that? Or
For News ELA, you can. You have like a progress monitoring tool to see like what stories they read, how they're doing on the assessments, and I believe also what lexile level they're reading at.
So you just load your classroom into that, right?
Right.
Each of those kids gets an account, and then from there you can see that?
Yes. And then you can assign stories. And I'm at the News ELA site right now. There is actually a sign-in with Google. So if students click on that, they can log in with their Google accounts.
Oh,
Makes that easier. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do we have any other questions for Tara? Well, thanks, Tara. We really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
nice to see you again too. And you're going to be at Ed Camp. I'll be at Ed Camp tomorrow morning in the morning. So I'll have to see you there tomorrow morning.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. Take it easy.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so next we're going to invite Josh. He's supposed to be with his 5th graders right now. And he was going to introduce Google Apps. So if you haven't done that yet with some of your kids, this might give you an idea. I can share the presentation that he's already shared the presentation with me. I can share it with in the Google Classroom before we leave here, so you can kind of see some of it. So he said do it at 8:40, which let's see. Jana, how are you doing there?
I'm fine. Hanging in there. Interesting.
Yeah. Josh, are you there? Hey, Josh, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How's it going, Tim?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. So right now we're here at Sunny Hill Elementary School, which is a K through 5 elementary school, and we actually just got done talking to Tara Linney.
Awesome.
And she shared some of her experiences with us. And you're going to be doing a presentation here real quick, right?
Yep. I hopefully will have students in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I did share the link to you, right? You got that?
Yep. And we're actually I was introducing Google Classrooms to them for a little bit. So I'll post that into our Google Classroom and share that with them, so they'll be able to check it out. You got students coming in now?
Yeah, they're coming. They're coming.
Yeah, we have an institute day in our elementary schools today.
Cool.
No, we don't. They're gonna run. They have to run at 9. Actually, we don't.
Oh, they have to run 9.
At 9 they run.
Oh,
The
okay.
teachers want to go.
I gotcha.
So teachers just came in early because they wanted to see Tim and learn more about Google. So we're excited that you could join us. Josh.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Yep. The only thing is when we play, I have a couple different videos I play. I'll screen share them, but the music probably won't come through that well.
Okay. That's okay.
Talking with those.
Sure. I can see some students in the background that they're probably like, what the heck's up with this?
Yeah. See if I can get a better view of the class here.
There you go.
Hi.
Yeah. So this is Mrs. Rhodes' 5th grade class here at Foxview Intermediate School.
Okay.
Yeah. They're excited to learn about Google stuff today.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of mute myself for a while, and I'll jump back on when we're ready to go, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
so you guys can actually clear your desks of everything. We'll check planners and do vouchers and have snacks and all that good stuff after this little presentation. Okay? If you want to clear your desks off, they're getting hot.
All right, so I think we'll get started. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, come on. We can do better than that. Good morning. There we go. All right, so